Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you might have seen in the previous videos in the series, the chassis of this radio is going quite well in the right direction. But the cabinet, I haven't done anything about the cabinet yet, so that's what I'm planning to do now. And the first thing I need to do, obviously, is to empty it and get everything out, the speakers out, and then I can start cleaning and restoring the cabinet. I think the speaker panel with the speakers and everything just comes out in its entirety. Yes. But how to get it out? Because no, it won't come out. I think it won't come out before these two are loose. The tweeters, I think, have to be removed first before the panel comes out. See? Okay, so the tweeters are loose, I think. Yeah, indeed. Like this, and now I can take out the speaker panel. Yeah. And now I can also more easily reach the second screw here of the antenna connection. So now we have all the hardware out of the cabinet, so I can start cleaning the cabinet, and I also can start cleaning the speaker grill. And once the cabinet is cleaned, then we can start restoring it, sanding it down, putting new lacquer, these kind of things. So. Okay, so the speaker grill looked quite nice from the outside, but as you see, the difference with the original coloring is quite big. The reason why it looks nice is because it wasn't really stained, it just discolored evenly, so it looks still quite okay from the outside, but as you look at it right now, it's quite dirty, so I'm gonna try to clean it. Yeah. What is a bit weird here is the type of clips here used for this speaker, and I don't really know how to loosen them. Is it just prying up, or could be. I don't understand what is wrong with just using a bolt and a nut instead of these stupid weird things. Speaker looks still great. Also, this padding doesn't need to be replaced. It's still okay. One pin of the Operette logo broke off. I don't know, it was, I think it was already broken, but, or it broke off very easily. Okay, so we'll have to try and fix that. That's not an easy thing to replace. I think the only way to do it is with glue. With super glue. But now I think here everything is off, so I think the panel can be cleaned. What I am gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna fix it here against the panel, because yeah, see, it's not fixed here. It's just hold there by mounting it in the cabinet, and I don't want the fabric to become loose from the wooden board. So that's something I'm gonna do just to be sure that while I'm cleaning it, that it doesn't come loose from the wooden board here. So the speakers have been cleaned and they turned out quite nicely, actually. The main speaker here needed quite a bit of metal polish, but in the end it turned out pretty good. There is a bit of tarnishing here at the top, but that doesn't really bother me that much. And the tweeters, they also turned out quite nicely. So there was quite a bit of rust here, but that all cleaned up very well. Also the cabling and everything looks pretty good. So I am happy with the result here. I'm gonna put these aside, so then they are already finished and ready to be put into the chassis, into the cabinet again. So as you see here, there is also some black spray paint, I think, that hit this speaker grill. So I have to find a way to clean this up as well. I'm also gonna remove the one on the other side. Now the last thing I need to do is remove the brass trim here on the outside of the cabinet. See here the brass trims here, and also here around the speakers. See, and here on the right side the trim is broken, there is a piece missing here, but I'm gonna try to remove it everywhere. Okay, so I managed to remove all the brass trims, especially the ones here on the side speakers. They were a bit of a pain to remove because they were fixed with a lot of small nails and all the nails were rusted, so I couldn't remove the nails, so I had to cut off the heads and the nails are still stuck inside. It's a mess. But okay, I managed to remove them without damaging them too much. Yeah, so now it's time for me to start sanding and cleaning up the brass. So I think I'll know what to do. But now you can also see quite well in what a very bad condition the cabinet is. Yeah, completely. The lacquer is completely gone. The wood really hasn't been taken care of very well over the past decades. But the good part is that everything comes off quite easily. I see, I can just scrape it off with my finger here. This paint. So yeah, that's the next step here in the renovation. Just sanding off the cabinet. I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm not gonna put it on the video because I'm gonna do it outside. So, okay, so the cabinet has been completely sanded, and honestly, I like how it turned out. I really like the result. I do have a bit of staining here in the on the top in the wood, but I don't manage to sand it out. I think it's really into the wood itself, into the grain of the veneer, and it's because the lacquer was almost completely gone. So if there is a stain or something, obviously it goes into the wood. So I don't think that I will be able to get this out, but I hope that once I put new colored lacquer on it, that you won't notice it anymore. In most places, the veneer and the paint that was on here came off really easily. In some places it was a bit more difficult, especially here in this area, and also on the left side of the cabinet it was quite difficult to get it off. But the result is good. I mean, I really like how it turned out. The only thing is here on the left there is a piece of veneer that chipped off, which I still have it, so I need to glue that back. Yeah, and then on the back side, yeah, see here on the back side, the bottom plate is made out of some kind of, yeah, I don't know what it is, fiber-based wood or something, and it's chipping off quite easily. So I need to find a way to enforce this and to make sure that it stops loosening. And I need to do that first before I can paint again this area black, because it used to be completely black. And then the rest on the inside has also been cleaned and has been sanded. So yeah, quite a bit of progress here on the cabinet, and I really like the result. Also here on the top, on the edge, there is a bit of veneer that chipped off. So I also have to, yeah, touch that up with some wood filler. That won't be an issue, I think, because it's right at the edge. You can just use some wood filler to do that, I guess. Yeah, so I tried something. Just as an experiment here, I filled a bit of the area of concern here with some automotive filler. So this is not like a wood filler, this is an automotive two-component filler. See, it's something like, it's this one. So this is normally used to repair the car's bodywork, and it's a two-component, so it's quite hard, but at the same time it's also soft enough so that you can easily sand it by hand. We'll see if when it dries up, so after half an hour it should be dry, and then if I sand it, what will be the result? Will it stay there or will it come loose again? So it's just an experiment. If it goes well, then I'll fill up everything with in the same manner. It hardened quite well actually, so let me just give it a go and try to sand it now. I'm just gonna start with 100 grit here. Not sure if that's coarse enough, but we'll see. I'm gonna take some coarser paper here. This is grit 60 now. Honestly, this is really hard. It's as hard as a rock. See, it's as hard as a wooden plank, basically. So I think this is gonna turn out okay. Here I didn't fill in enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill in the rest of the cabinet as well with this, and then sand it all flat, and so that it's ready to paint black again. So I think it will work. Yeah, so the key when applying something like this is don't overdo it, because it gets harder and harder when you're working with it, and at a certain time it doesn't smear anymore and it starts, yeah, creating these, it starts becoming less and less liquid. So don't overdo it, don't keep going, because it will start breaking up. So I'm gonna leave this dry for like half an hour, maybe even overnight, because I'm not sure if I will still have the time to work on it tonight. And then we're gonna sand it flat again, just like here, and it should hold then in place the wood fibers which are coming loose here everywhere. So this has been drying overnight and it's hardened out quite nicely. So I'm just gonna sand it now. And also I glued back some veneer which was coming loose here on the inside of the cabinet, just with normal wood glue. So I'll also check if that's okay. That has also been drying overnight. So yeah, we'll have a bit more of sanding work to do. Okay, so this has been sanded, and it turned out quite okay. I have a couple of small dents here still. See, there is one over here, and there is like a small dent over there, and also some unevenities over here. But I'm not gonna bother too much about that, especially if you look at how uneven and how rough the original wooden panel is. This is more than good enough. And when I'll paint it black, the sides here and this area of the radio, I will paint it black again. It's the inside of the radio anyway, and originally it wasn't even perfectly flat. So if you see at this side over here, yeah, it's gonna be fine. I'm quite happy with the result. The important thing is that it stops from falling apart, and that's definitely the case, because it's really hard. I think it's as hard as the wooden panel itself now. So yeah. And also see here this piece of veneer that I glued back. It's holding quite well.